The gift from Santa Claus left everyone utterly silent. The grand diplomatic hall was alive with murmurs as Ambassador Riven entered, his hand resting lightly on the shoulder of a small, nervous companion. Lumo, a Turin cub barely reaching Riven's waist, clung to the human's leg, his large amber eyes flicking anxiously from one cluster of delegates to another. The Interstellar Harmony Summit had never before welcomed a human guest. It had certainly never hosted a cub as an invited participant rather than securely confined in a nursery pod. Representatives of 47 species turned their attention to the unusual pair. Riven felt their scrutiny but maintained a calm, reassuring smile. He had anticipated disapproval. The Turans, a formidable warrior race, considered pampering their young a frivolous indulgence. Cubs were raised collectively, trained from their first steps to prize self-reliance and strength above all else. Emotional attachments were seen as vulnerabilities. Ambassador Riven called a sharp, commanding voice. Commander Verk, the Zyron military attaché, strode forward, each step echoing on the polished floor. His scaled visage was set in a hard line. "Explain this. Why is a cub here?" Riven inclined his head politely. "It is a human tradition, Commander. This season we celebrate Christmas. It is a festival for families, especially for the young. I thought Lumo might enjoy the experience." Verk's jaw clenched. "This cub belongs in the training halls. There are lessons yet to complete." "He is 7, Riven replied gently. "Even the youngest warriors deserve moments of joy." "Joy fosters weakness," Verk countered, voice cold. "It is precisely why your people are underestimated in military matters." Lumo tugged at Riven's sleeve, his voice barely audible. "Riven, perhaps I should return. I don't want to upset anyone." Riven knelt to meet Lumo's gaze. "You are not upsetting anyone. You belong here just as much as any delegate, trust me." Lumo searched his face and, finding reassurance there, nodded tentatively. By human standards, the celebration was peculiar. No colorful decorations adorned the walls, no music filled the air, no laughter echoed in the chambers. Delegates formed small clusters, exchanging formal greetings and negotiating trade accords. It was more of a political summit than a festive gathering. Riven had foreseen this, which was why he had arranged something special. As the evening deepened, soft chimes echoed across the hall. Conversation ceased, and delegates glanced around in curiosity. Then the lights dimmed. Tiny, shimmering points of light drifted down from the ceiling like delicate stars, bathing the room in a soft, ethereal glow. A melody followed, tender and unfamiliar. It was a human Christmas carol rendered in a harmonic frequency that could resonate with any species. Gasps of awe ran through the crowd. Even the most impassive delegates paused, mesmerized by the floating lights. Lumo's mouth fell open. He reached out cautiously, and a light hovered onto his small palm, warm and tingling. "What is this?" he whispered. "Magic," Riven said with a playful wink. "Or highly advanced holographic technology, depending on your perspective." The grand doors opened once more, and the room froze. A towering figure entered, draped in crimson and white, nearly 8 feet in height. A thick white beard shadowed his face, and his eyes sparkled mischievously beneath heavy brows. "Ho, ho, ho!" The deep, resonant voice filled the hall. Commander Verk's hand moved reflexively to where a weapon might hang. "Identify yourself," he demanded. The figure laughed, a warm, rolling sound. "I am known by many names across the stars, Commander, but tonight you may call me Santa Claus." Confusion rippled among the delegates. Despite his size, Santa moved with surprising grace, carrying a massive sack over one shoulder, distributing gifts along his path. Each gift gleamed, wrapped in iridescent paper with ribbons that shimmered in shifting hues. Delegates accepted the gifts with varying reactions. A Nexari scientist received a crystalline archive of Earth's academic research. A Solari trader was presented with exotic spices from the same planet. And yet, Santa held back his final gift for Lumo. He knelt before the cub, his eyes kind and warm. "And what would you like for Christmas, young one?" Lumo glanced at Riven, uncertainty written across his face. The human nodded encouragingly. I don't know," Lumo admitted softly. "I've never had a gift before." Santa's expression softened. "Then allow me." He retrieved a small box from his sack, decorated with stars and moons. It fit perfectly in Lumo's tiny hands. Carefully, the cub unwrapped it, revealing a wooden figurine. It depicted a Turan warrior cradling a cub, intricately carved with meticulous detail. Lumo stared, wide-eyed, trembling as he lifted the figurine. "Strength," Santa said softly, "is not measured only in battle. True courage often lies in protecting what we cherish." A choked sound escaped Lumo, half gasp, half sob. Tears ran down his scaled cheeks as he hugged the figurine. Commander Verk stepped forward, visibly unsettled. Yet, unexpectedly, other Turans moved closer, their eyes fixed on the cub, on the rare display of unguarded emotion, on the way Lumo clutched the gift like it was the universe itself. A scarred female warrior knelt beside him. "I have not held my cub in 3 cycles," she murmured. Another, then another, shared long-suppressed emotions. Riven watched, astonished, as the armor of Turan stoicism began to crack, not from weakness, but from something long buried being awakened. Santa Claus rested a heavy hand on Riven's shoulder. "You made the right choice bringing him tonight. I only wanted him to experience Christmas," Riven said. "You have done far more," Santa replied. "You have given him permission to feel." The formal summit gradually transformed. Networking yielded to heartfelt conversation. Delegates recounted stories of home, family, and young cubs. Lumo sat beside Riven, still clutching the figurine, watching the adults with wonder. For the first time, he witnessed warriors showing gentleness alongside strength. At the evening's conclusion, Commander Verk approached Riven once more, expression unreadable. "Ambassador," he said slowly, "perhaps there is something my people can learn from humans after all." Riven smiled. "And there is much we can learn from you. That is what unity truly means, Commander." Verk nodded stiffly, then did something extraordinary. He knelt, placing a hand gently on Lumo's head. "You have done well, cub. Your courage honors our people." Lumo beamed, clutching his gift tightly as they walked through quiet corridors. "Riven, was that really Santa Claus?" he asked. The human chuckled. "What do you think?" Lumo thought carefully. "It doesn't matter, the gift was real, the feeling was real." "Very wise," Riven agreed. "Shall we celebrate Christmas again next year if you wish?" Holding up the figurine, Lumo's amber eyes reflected the soft corridor light. "I would like that very much." Unseen in the shadows, Santa watched them depart, smiling beneath his beard. Christmas magic is not about the gifts. It is about reopening hearts that had long been closed. And tonight, in the vast emptiness of space, a little of that magic had touched souls who needed it most. The gift left them speechless, but more importantly, it reminded them of what they had lost.